Susie, could you shut this door, please? Thank you. We're on Shabbos Pei Gimel 83 Amud Aleph, and we're dealing with the halachas of an avodah zara regarding the tumah that it has. Why was it an idol compared to a nida? Lamasa, to say that just like a tumas nida conveys tumah, even though you don't touch it just by carrying it, is the same with an idol. So the Gemara says, "Look, shel nevela." A nevela has the same din. Why do you have to compare it to a nida? Compare it to a nevela. Of course, it's a chanami could have done, but elaman nida and elayvar teaches us something else. Just like we learned that a nida, if she got an amputation, the limbs are not mitame beyond what it normally is mitame, which is tumas meis. It doesn't have tumas masa. Avodah zara ain't a leivor. So if you took an idol and you cut its limb off, it would not have tumas masa. Why did Rav Chama bar Guya have a question regarding avodah zara yesh no leivor or ain't a leivor? If it's clear, tifshat le meha bein l'rabbanan bein l'rakiva de'enim leivor, he could have answered from here. The way Rabbi Lazar, he didn't learn like Rabbi. The way Rabbi Lazar learned, both the Chachamim and the Rabbi Kiva said there's no din of in Eivorim. That would have been an answer to Rav Chama bar Guya. Why did Rav Chama bar Guya leave it as a shayla? So the says Rav Chama bar Guya karabo masni, where it was not a unified opinion both by Rabbi Kiva and Rabbanu. By law, leave it Rabbi Kiva. And his question would be, according to Rabbi Kiva, would there be tumah Eivorim or not? So Meisvei. So we have two versions of how to understand the machlokes between the Rabban and Rabbi Akiva regarding avodah zara. We have Rabba's approach, Rabbi Lazar's approach. So Meisvei, I'll ask you a kasha. It says avodah zara kasheretz. It says the din of a tomb of an idol is like a sheretz. Misham she'ah kasheretz, and the various implements that are used to serve the avodah zara also has a din of tumas sheretz, which is only tumas maga. There's no tumas masa. Rabbi Kiva Omer avodah zara kenida umisham she'ah kasheretz, and the idol itself would be metame b'masa, but the misham she'ah is only kasheretz. That's the machlokes Rabbi Kiva and the Tanna Kama here. Now that works very well according to the way Rabbi Lazar explained the machlokes. Bishma Rabbi Lazar nicha. Remember, Rabbah said that the reason why it's compared to a nida is because of the din of an even mesame, where anything sitting under a stone, if the nida sits on top of the stone, would be metame. So here you see the Bryce doesn't mention anything about even mesame. So the Rabbah kasha, is the Bryce stronger than the Mishnah? Diktani eitzav evanav va'afar metamim kasheretz. And Ukim Nama Kisheretz, Lo Metam B'Avim Mesama. And what did we explain over there? That it's like it has a certain din of a sheretz, not that it doesn't metame b'masa, but rather it doesn't metame b'avim mesama. Chanami here as well, when it says here kasheretz is the Lo Metam B'Avim Mesama, but that's how Rabbah would explain this baraisa. The Gemara is not quitting. Meisvei. Nachri v'nachris, a goy neshiksa avodah zara misham she'ah, an idol and its implements, hain, they convey tumah, but the law has seitan. But not if you move them through masa. The kiva oimer hain, they has seitan. Not only do they convey tumah, but also they has it. That means if you move it, there will be tumah. So again, that works according to the way Rabbi Eliezer tumas masa. We're not dealing with Evan Mesame. El Rabba that said it had to do with Evan Mesame, this price has nothing to say about Evan Mesame kasha. So Amar Rabba, so Ula Tamech Nachri v'Nachris Nami, Hein v'lo Satan. How can you tell me that the goy and the shiksa, they are tamei, but not moving them. V'atanya dabel bnei Yisrael. Bnei Yisrael metamim beziva, ve'nochim metamim beziva. Only bnei Yisrael has a din of zivus, not goyim. Aval gozra leim sheyu kazav l'chol divrayim, and moving a zav, there is din of hesed by a zav. And if you made a nochri and a nochri is like a zav, then there's tumas hesed. So what do you mean? Nochri v'nochri is hein v'lo satan. Doesn't make any sense. And the Rabba mitaris l'tamei. Rabba is mitaris. Nochri v'nochri is hein v'satan. And Evan Mesami Shalahem. And if they sit on a stone, anything below the stone would become tummy. However, says Rabba, the idol itself, and if you move the idol, it conveys tumah. Avalo Evan Mesami Shala. But there is no din of Evan Mesami, like he said over there, by the idol. And on this, Rabbi Kiva Oimer argues, Avodah Zarah He Veseita Ve Evan Mesami Shala. That if you touch the idol, if you move the idol, and if you put the idol on top of a stone, anything below the stone would be tamei. It has all of the tumas. That's the way Rabba would be taritz. Rabba doesn't taritz the tamei. Nochri v'nochri hein v'seitin v'misami shalem. The goy and the shiksa has the full component. You touch them, you move them, and if they sit on a rock. Avodah zarah he v'lo heseitin. Avodah zarah is all, there's no tumas masa. That's the Rabbana. But Rabbi Kiva Oimer Avodah Zarah He Ve'Seita, there is tumas. So that's how Rabba and Rabbi Loza would be mataretz according to their sheets. So Maskid La Ravashi, Ma Hain. What is this Hain V'lo Heseitan? Omer Ravashi Yochid Kamer Nachri V'Nachris Bein Hain She Situ Sacherim. If a goy or a goyeta moved something, so that something becomes tamei. Uvein acherim shesitu. Let's say somebody picks up the nochri, that's also would be tumas hesed, tmei. Avodah zarah shesita acherim. If the avodah zarah moves other people, now you're going to ask me, how can an idol move another person? So the Gemara will explain that soon. But that is not tumas hesed. Acherim shesitu otah. If somebody picked up the idol, tmei. Now the implements of an idol, mishamshah, bein ein shesitu acherim, bein acherim shesitu otah. Whether the implement moved somebody or whether somebody moves the implement, tohorim, there's no tumas hesed. Rabbi Kiva oimer nochri v'nochri is v'avodah zarah. Bein hein shesitu acherim, bein acherim shesitu oson tmei. There is tumas hesed in both directions, whether you pick up the goy or the goy picks you up. And the same thing with the shiks and the same thing with the idol. Now, how does the idol pick something up? Right now, we don't know. Misham sheha, the implements of an idol, so there's no tumas hesed at all. Bein hein shesitu acherim, bein acherim shesitu oson tohirin, there's no tumas hesed. Now the Gemara asks our question. I understand other people picking up an idol. How does an idol move something else? It means you have a scale, a balance scale, and you have food and drink here, and the zav sits on the other side of it. Causes the food to go up. It causes it to move. The food, kara hazav tmei. Koruhein tohoy. If the food lifted him, it's tohor. Kiman azla adatanya. Kola tumas hamasitos tohoros. All tumas that move things are tor chutz meisetu shel zav. If you move a zav or zav moves you, there will be tumah. And of course, the goy and the idol were given a gzeira of tumah zav. And there's nothing other like it. So layman like Rabbi Kiva, because Rabbi Kiva said there is tumas hesed by an avodah zarah, right? The Rabbi Kiva kanami avodah zarah. The reason why Avodah Zarah has the same din is because the Chachamim made a gzeira to treat it like a zav. So therefore, it fits the drush. Boy Rav Chama Bar Guri. Avodah Zarah yesh no levorm or eno levorm. That's our question that we asked a bunch of kashas on. If you cut off the limb of an Avodah Zarah, does the limb still have tumor or not? Now, if it's easy for a layperson to screw on the limb and to make it whole again, so loti boilach, the command of Bechut Beres it would not be considered that he broke the idol, and the idol certainly would still convey tumah. And not only that, the limb itself would be considered as if it's mechuber, it's connected. However, our question is, if the limb that was broken off the idol cannot be returned to the idol in a normal fashion by the layperson, what's the maybe we view the idol as if it was broken, and the idol doesn't have tum anymore. Odil mahal machasra. Maybe the idol, yes, there's a limb missing, but otherwise it's not considered chasr. And maybe there has to be a significant defect for it to be misbatel. Other people learn the question this way. When the layperson can't fix it, it's certainly as if the idol was broken and it wouldn't have tumah. What if the layperson can fix it? It's viewed as if it's connected, and therefore maybe the limb as well, even when it's separated, is considered as if it's metame. But now it's broken, so maybe it's permitted. Teku. Boy Ravachad boy Baram Avodah Zarah pchusa mikazayis ma'u. What if you have an Avodah Zarah that's smaller than the kazayis? Is it aser? Does it convey tumah? So Maski Rav Yosef Loma Ilem Lenini Surah. It's certainly aser. Lo Yeh El Zvuv Bal Ekron. It's like the fly that was worshipped in the Palestinian town of Ekron that we're going to learn about in Shoftim, the Tanya. Vayasimu lahen bal brit lelohim. Zez zvuv bal Ekron. It's the fly of Ekron. Everybody had a little pocket fly. He would take it out and kiss it and hug it. So it's certainly, even though it's less than the kazayas, an idol can be usher. Our question is le'inyan tumamai. Kiven de iskis l'sheretz mashet b'chadosh avodah zarah nami b'chadosha. The sheretz also has to be a certain size, at least the size of a lentil bean. So maybe if the idol wasn't the size of a lentil bean, it's not metame. We also compare the idol to corpse tumah, mames, because I said avodah zarah because I is. So the minimum b'sar hameis to convey tumah is a kazayis. So maybe that's the same din by avodah zarah. There is no tumah goizer on avodah zarah that's less than kazayis. Shenema vayashleches afara el kever bnei adam. They chopped it up into dirt to make it less than the kazayis, so it wouldn't have tum anymore. Ma meis bekazayis avodah zarah bekazayis. So the shear of tumah by an idol has to be at least a kazayis. Freak the Gemara, then what's the point of comparing it to a sheretz? To teach me the lo metame b'masa, just like if you carry a sheretz in a box, you don't touch it, there's no tuma, you have to touch the sheretz. And why did they compare it l'nida dein leivari? Well, we said that just like the limbs of a nid are not betami, the limbs of an idol not betami. Why did the Chachamim compare it to lemeis? To lo metame b'chadosha, you need at least a kazayis. Why don't we treat all these cases stringently? So to say maybe to what Allah? Why did the Torah compare to sheretz l'tamid b'chadosha? To tell me that no, you don't need a kazayis. You need even just only the size of a lentil bean, which would be a chumrah. And why do you compare it l'nida l'tamid bevan mesame? Maybe tumas nida the tumas of an azor will be like just like a nido sits on a rock. Everything below the rock is metame. Maybe that would be a chumrah here as well. And aksharach manal meis l'tamid b'oil. Maybe just like a corpse is metame, everything in the room. Maybe if you put an idol, so it means why did we learn everything l'kula, not l'chum? And here's an important principle. Tumas avodah zarah d'rabbanan hi. Tumas avodah zarah is rabbinic. The kula v'chumra, and you have kula v'chumra, the kula makshina, the chumra l'makshina. Since it's rabbinic, we go lenient and not stringent. Rashi uses a word, kolane chekeshos divrei kabbalah. Making a hekesh like we did is called divrei kabbalah. Vasmachta ba'alma. It's not min ha'raisa that's because they use a pasuk. V'shaketz t'shakchenu lav loshen sheretz mamishu. Eler ikra kra lichnos la shem lignayos. Because the reason why the Torah said shaketz t'shakchenu is to show that the idol is like a shegitz. Give it a bad name. But it's not that, so that it's all drabana. So if we're going to make a hekesh, we're going to do it l'kula, not l'chumra, because it's not your rice. Mishnah. Minay lasfina shehi tohora. A boat is not makabel tumah. Shenemar derech aniyah belev yam. Now, what does that mean? Pshita aniyah belev yam. I understand a boat is in the heart of the sea. So therefore, so what? So Hakamashmalan says, Kaya ma yam tor, avsvina tor. We go into the ocean to be matar ourselves. So just like an ocean is tor, the boat is tor as well. Tanya Chadanya Omer Nilma de Misak. Why do we need this pasuk? We could have learned it like a boat is something that moves. So it's like a metaltalin in a sense. It's not karka. So all metaltalin tum is learned from the sack. Masak metaltal moleberekan. So for a metaltel to be makabel tum, it has to be able to be carried both full and empty. I've called metaltel moleberekan. Lafukisfina de metaltel is moleberekan. A fully loaded boat cannot be carried empty or full. The same way. So why didn't we could say that the reason why it's Torah is because of that principle. Now, what's the difference between whether you learn it because it's connected to Yam, or whether you can learn it from the Din Metaltlin from Sak? Might be that. It could be an Ayus Finish Cheres, a boat made out of clay, pottery. Well, a pottery boat is in the water too. So just like the Yam is Torah, this will be Torah. But Lamanda Makasak, Hanach Hidik Sivigabisak, the Imetatal Small Verekon in Ilolo, that if it's something, it's a mobile thing, like a sack, which has to be carried both full and empty. Yes, if it can, it's Matami. If not, it can't. Yeah, you can't carry a boat, but it's made out of cheres, which is a thing that could be makabel tumah. There's no, you have to break it, but it's makabel tumah. Or another nafkamina could be a small boat, like a boat in the Jordan. It's considered a yam. You can go to be toivel in the river. But a little Jordan boat could be carried like a canoe. You can. These are hanami metatas small verekan. And they show but they carry it on the dry land. Put them in the water. A person shouldn't stay out of the yeshiva in one day, 1 hour. This Mishnah was learned in the yeshiva over and over and over every year. And we didn't understand it. Person should never stay away from learning, even at a time if someone's passing away, you should learn. Person should be oisik with Torah even at the final moment. He learns a different drasha. Torah is not miskayim in a person unless he's willing to die for it, or he kills himself for it. He's up all night, he doesn't eat, he doesn't drink. Okay, so tomorrow we'll learn, at least